take from a positive way. I mean, that's just the way we like to do it. Again, there's so many different business models that you could use.
And you're able to sleep better at night, I'm guessing.
Exactly.
We're talking to Stephen Hirsch, owner of Biagi on Radio for Small Business. Check it out on homeforbiz.com. Connect, capitalize, go. Stephen, we've already talked about the mindset of raising capital. We've even talked about what factors are in when getting orders and things like that. Let's go back into, the raising capital, more of the mindset when you ended up on ABC's Shark Tank. What's going through your head, and what are you trying to get across to the sharks in order to cash that check?
My strategy with getting on the show, for getting on the show, not just for getting on the show, for having success on the show and trying to score a deal with one of the sharks, was basically to get a strategic partner. So I mentioned that we don't like to borrow money. The best alternative to that is to have a partner who not only can help you with the money, but can also add more to the business. Instead of just borrowing somebody, it could be somebody that helps you grow. Like a bank will lend you money, and then and obviously that helps you for sure if you're going down that route 100%. Every business needs capital in order to operate, but the next level is to really. I work with Lori Grenier, so not only does she invest in the company, but she also bought me some of my largest customers.
Wow.
No bank's going to do that for you.
And a lot of people don't think about that, right? So not only did she get a piece of the company, but it's like you said, she's motivated to go get more business for you. I know she's got the QVC stuff. She's got the Bed Bath & Beyond stuff. Can you talk more about the value of being able to have that value-add partner when it comes to bringing customers in the door?
I mean, first of all, in my case, I happen to have a celebrity partner. That helps me whenever I meet with retailers or other customers that I'm trying to sell to. Obviously, I could name drop, I guess, and that definitely helps because it gives credibility to, what I do, that somebody like that is, interested enough in my business to invest and to be on board and help me sell, So the strategic partner doesn't have to be that, though. It doesn't have to be, a shark from Shark Tank. I mean, not that many people are get that opportunity. It could be anybody. It could be fulfillment, somebody who does your fulfillment or helps you with fulfillment. It could be a different kind of a partner who can help you grow your business in some way, shape, or form. And everybody's got to bring something to the table.
That makes sense. We're talking to Stephen Hirsch with Biagi right here on Radio for Small Business at homeforbiz.com. He's already talked to us about raising capital, being on the Shark Tank, even borrowing, not having a business plan of borrowing, and then being able to factor as well. Stephen, with you guys' line of products, where are you seeing that the most people are liking it or loving it? What kind of feedback are you getting?
We get great feedback. I mean, I have a very niche product. It's, luggage is a very broad category. It's not, people don't travel necessarily that often, and there's so many different kinds of products in the category, and we sell a very specialized product. So our customers are very loyal customers. These are people who really do, feel that we solve a problem for them, and we get a lot of repeat business, which is obviously the ultimate feedback and positive feedback that you could get.
They're definitely loving it then. Stephen Hirsch, owner of Biagi. Biagi.com. How do you spell that?
Biaggi.com.
Okay, Biaggi.com. Stephen Hirsch, thanks for taking your time out here at homeforbiz.com.
Thank you.
Connect, capitalize, go.
It's the Podcast for Business News segment. Over the weekend, Verizon Retail Index sees heavy Black Friday e-commerce traffic. It was a strong digital Black Friday, according to Verizon Enterprise Solutions' third annual Verizon Retail Index. The most recent report shows a 9% year-over-year increase in e-commerce traffic. The Verizon Retail Index tracks e-commerce traffic across Verizon's broadband networks to the top 25 U.S.-based online retailers as identified by eMarketer based on annual revenue. It's Cyber Monday, and Greyhound, their Cyber Monday sale reveals the biggest discount in history. The largest provider of intercity bus transportation today revealed its Cyber
ultimately it catches up, in a
crowdfunding $106,000 in equity financing. Monetary Metals announces that it's raised over $506,000 in equity capital. The pre-money valuation of the company was $3 million. The company had set out to raise $400,000, so the round closed at 27% oversubscribed. The company plans to use the proceeds to accelerate its gold fixed income product, its marketing, including the launch of an important gold market indicator, intellectual property, and general counsel purposes. That's it for the podcast for business news today. Stay tuned for more on the podcast for business.
Inside the mind of the owner. Radio for small business. Connect, capitalize, go.
It's Radio for Small Business. Your host, Eugene Rowe on HomeBiz.com. You can check out the show not just at HomeBiz.com, but on Google Play, iTunes. I think it's on YouTube. Terry Metals raises $500.
Sugar scrub, lotion, like myself, because I'm a sufferer of eczema. And so I just made a bunch of natural products that were enriched with different oils and tinctures and hydrosols that help people like myself that had eczema. So that was my initial start, was actually solution to my own skincare issues.
Gotcha.
And as time went along, I became a licensed esthetician where I really, really studied and learned skincare by the book. So I just mixed the two, and here I am.
Wow. And eventually, I mean, now you've got a product that...
And my focus was for people that had sensitive skin.
Business as usual, right?
yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty awesome. So tell us about, I mean, obviously, when you go into shows like ABC Shark Tank, you're attempting to raise capital from investors. And in this case, it's the sharks. Tell us about the mindset you had going up to preparing to pitch investors for your business.
Okay, well, before I even left Houston, Texas, I told my mother and my father, there's two things I'm not going to do. I'm not going to get an attitude and embarrass my family name on national TV if they turn me down.
Good idea.
That was the first thing. And the second thing was I'm not going to cry, only because I just feel like there's business and then there's emotion, and the two don't need to cross.
Gotcha. So
when I went out there with a very fixed mindset of I'm going to go tell them the honest to God's truth, even though I know I didn't have, but $54,000 in sales. I'm going to tell them the honest to God's truth. I'm going to tell them my numbers, and I'm going to stand behind them firmly. I'm going to say I did $54,000 in sales as if I did $1 million.
Right.
Because I feel like to sell a $54,000 in one bar of soap by yourself out of the trunk of your car was a feat to me. So I went out there with all the confidence like I had a multi-million-dollar brand. But that doesn't mean that I didn't want to faint while I was on that stage.
Right.
Because it's very hard to get it, but it was taken. There was some that had like a little online store for T-shirts. And when I tried to contact them, they were like, no, it's not for sale or whatever have you. Neither here nor there. I went ahead and took the domain pure-flag because I felt like, okay, pure to play off of the fact that, our tagline is grooming by pure design because all of our products are natural and made with pure ingredients. And then SWNG, which is an acronym for our full name, soaps, washes, and grooming. So we took the name pure-flag